Okay, time to have another shot at this. Last time I managed to get to the pump room again, and I managed to get steam to the pump room. And that meant that I could take a lot more water out from places than I have before. So I have filled back up, I think, the pool and the aquarium and whatever else didn't have water. The reservoir is one step below totally full, which I think is where I need it to be to get to the boat there. And I emptied the fountain again. I don't think there's anything that I can do at the fountain at the moment, at least until I get to the antechamber again to get the basement key. But I think when I was down in the tomb, or below the tomb last time, that I got to the other side of that spiral staircase, unless it was a different spiral staircase. But I couldn't quite figure out how they fit together, so I wanted to look down in the fountain again, just to get eyes and see if things make a little more sense to me. Getting to the reservoir again is going to mean drafting the tomb in the outdoor room, and I don't know if I'm going to get that or not. That's random chance. If I don't, then I guess we are just going to go in the house again and see what we can find. So, anyway, let's get back in. All right. What is it, day 18? 19? Day 20. The allowance just popped into existence there. Seems like a minor bug. Alright, am I going to go straight outside? Last time I opened a few doors before going out. I don't know if that was a good or bad idea. I'm just going to go outside, I think. So I had in my notes, I was writing down how many coins I had in the fountain, because I want to know if they add up, or maybe it's just a fixed amount, there's always a certain number each day. So according to my notes, there were 10 coins, and I added 2 more since then, on days 18 and 19. So let's see. So I would expect to see 12, if I'm right about them adding up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I was definitely expecting 12. I could have missed one. I'll count again on the way back up. Oh. I thought that it was a longer passage. I did not remember it being so short. Well, if that's all there was, that's all there was. Yes, I misremembered that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I count 12. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I count... Oh, 12. 2 hiding on that step. Okay, so it looks like the coins do, in fact, add up. Now I need to decide whether to pick them up or not. I don't know. I'll leave them there for now. I've got 2 as an offering if I get a shrine. Alright, what are we going to have today? We do have a shelter, that's new. And the root cellar, which I never draft. Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. Well, I'm going to take it because I've never seen it. I guess that's pretty good for like the waiting room, the weights room, which would kill half my steps, and it's a nice crossroad. Yeah, let's try it, I guess. Let's read about it. An underground bunker located away from the main house. This fallout shelter was designed specifically for air raids and features thick walls made from lead and other materials intended to block radiation. The computer terminal within has been connected to the house's network system, should an emergency necessitate remote access. Alright. So maybe that means that I can also do an upgrade from here if I manage to get my hands on an upgrade disc. Oh, is this new music? Or is it music we've had before? Supplies, barrels, fuel. Safe, time lock safe. Canned water. It is new music, I think. It is a very small shelter. Lore. Climb the ladder? Nope. Alright, Lore. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the three of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. The Red Guard, everything's always red, isn't it? So is this telling me that in fact the network access from this terminal is not active? I don't think I've really got anything to write from this. So I can't open the safe. I will write about the safe. So, shelter. Time lock safe. This might be my worst writing yet. Time lock safe. It's all for now, I guess. I can't, I don't seem to be able to interact with it. I wonder if it's time in the day, or time in number of days that I've played, or some other form of time. Number of steps I have left, perhaps? Welcome to Mount Holly Bomb Shelter. Alright, time lock safe, radiation monitor, log into network. Does this work? Sandstorm, sea piper, sand something, sea biscuit. I can never remember. Swan song. Swan song. Alright. So I'm guessing that, yeah, none of these. Yeah, I don't think any of these are going to work. I'll check this one. Okay. Special orders, we can do that. Always the metal detector. Email. Office only. Data transfers doesn't work. I don't think there'll be anything new in the glossary. I'm not going to bother this time. Alright, so what are the new things here? So let's look at the radiation monitor. A measurement of the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. If the reading is 12 microsieverts, is that the unit? Or higher? Emergency protocol will initiate, and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. Well, okay, I'll write that down. So, lab experiments raise radiation levels. At 12 micro whatevers, greater than or equal to emergency protocol, all doors Yeah, I'm guessing that includes regular doors and security doors. I wonder if it includes locker room doors in the locker room. Or doors will unlock. Okay, and day 20, we have levels of 0.06. Day 20. 0.06 micro whatever's civils whatever it is. Okay, and time lock safe. Okay, the shelter's time lock safe can be accessed by setting an unlock date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. Okay. I guess I don't know the date right now. I can probably figure that out. If I can remember which day I was last in the library. No, last time I was in the library, I ordered a book. So the time before that I was in a library, I would have written down the date because for whatever reason, I've been writing down all the checkout days of the books in the library. So hang on, let's flick back in my notes to the library. Here. Here we go. History of Arindia. It was November 23rd when I checked that out. And I think in the game here, I don't want to set this right now. Shit. Oh, I can. Back. Thought I couldn't get out. It was weird. It was left to get out of that menu. Okay, so what I want to do here is house history. We're at day 20 at the moment. But I think if I get to 20, it kicks me out of that menu. It's kind of stupid. House history. 19. So did I have a library? Oh, this probably full screen that so you can see. No library, day 19. Day 18 I had a library. So this is when I ordered Swimbird or whatever it's called. Swimbird? Yeah, Swimbird. So I want whenever I had the library just before that. There it is. Day 17. So day 17, 3 days ago was November 23rd. So November 26th is today. What time is it now? It said it would stay unlocked for a number of hours, right? At least 1 hour into the future. And then 4 hours. So, November 26th. And whatever the... Hopefully that is at least an hour in the future. A.m. So I should rush outside and look at the time, because if I've set that less than an hour into the future and it didn't stop me, then I might have screwed it. And that is less than an hour in the future. So I wonder if I can go change it. It is about 9:45 a.m. Or is that locked in now? I don't know. So I want to set it to 11 AM. November 26th, 11 AM. November. Alright, I'm not just going to sit here though. 4 hours, so I guess I'll go and explore the first few ranks of the house and then head back out. There are clocks in the house, so yeah, 4 hours. So it should be unlocked until 3 PM. What is it now? Yeah, maybe I should figure out how quickly time moves. Whatever. Okay, we're looking for anything past 11 AM. Alright, let's start exploring. Should I have picked up the coins? Good. Study. Have I ever had the study? I think I have. Man, this would have been really nice last time. I had a ton of gems last time. Since it's quite rare, I think I will grab it. Have I had it? Drafted 2 times, so yeah, okay, I have. Her private study. Oh, the Baroness Urave. Her private study was claimed by her eldest son, Herbert Sinclair. For years, he immersed himself in the countless notebooks she left behind, drawing inspiration from her discarded ideas. Oh, yeah. From mechanical puzzles to architectural blueprints, each endeavor he pursued in this room was realized in the shade of her creative legacy. Alright, yeah, let's check it out. We have a queen. So that other one was the king, in fact, not the queen. Yeah, this is a queen. I wonder if anyone watching this, you're laughing at me for not knowing my chess pieces. I'm not a chess player. Okay, so I'm going to write in my notebook here. Clear my... Do you know, I think 1 or 2 days ago, I was thinking about the chess puzzle and thinking, in order to input the chess puzzle underground, I need the fountain to be empty. But of course it's not at the bottom of the fountain, it's down the elevator. So it's accessible even if I don't have the pump room, or haven't set up the pump room in the right way. I keep on accidentally erasing that one. I think we're just, yeah, we're here. That is a queen. And we have a safe in here. Have I written that down? Do I have notes on the study anywhere? Kitchen, garage, study. There's a safe. It wants a numeric combo. That's all I've written. Right. So, we want a date. Oh yeah, this is when we, oh yeah, 44 letters in the message, so indeed, there was a space there. Can't pick up that blueprint, unfortunately. Ah. Now, is that just drawing my attention, saying that this queen corresponds to this queen? Or is this actually giving me a position? It's not the right size board. So I don't think this is giving me a position for underground. I don't think so. I'm going to assume it is not. I am going to write in my note, study. I've gone too far. Study, yeah, there's an 8x8 chessboard. Saw a queen in the room and at D8. Okay, empty picture thing. I wonder if it means anything that I can spin that. I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork. Right, this was telling us about that puzzle, which I think I'd already figured out. Yeah. Right, so this room wasn't super useful, although it does mean that I can spend gems to draw again. So, not the worst. I should try and figure out the safe as well. Thursday. So when would Thursday be? D8. Date? Is this telling me D8 is a date? Missing picture. There was another picture thing like this somewhere else. I forget which room. Might have been the office. I wonder if that could be a clue. You know, look at the other one. There is some clue to do with this puzzle in that other room. Or in that picture, in fact. The globe. Does it give me any dates? What is that? Is that a barometer? Is it a clock? Do we have any clocks in here? A study should have a clock. Right, Thursday. What's the Thursday just before he died? Do I know what date he died? Did I arrive November 4th or something? I feel like it was November 4th. That email today, things were going to shut down on November 4th, I think it said. So, if today's the 26th, if I have that right, which I hope I do, and I want to go from day 20 to day 1, so I need to subtract 19 from 26. So that would make day 1 the 7th, would it? I think so. Is that the Thursday? Is that when I arrive, or is Thursday when he was going to die? Let's try 1107. Let's try 1104. Right. When would Thursday be? I don't see any clue to a date that I have in here. Unless D8 is literally telling me 4th letter of the alphabet and 8. I feel like I'm grasping at straws here. 04, 08. No. Am I missing anything? The message that all of this points at it said, if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. I still don't get that. If we count small gates. We count small gates. What the heck does that mean? I love these lamps, called banker's lamps or something. But the real ones, they kind of glow, don't they? The green. This is just telling me about that picture puzzle. So is this. Except that Thursday. Okay, so I'm going to write down study. It's Thursday before he died. Clue for safe, question mark. What date was that? Okay, well, let's go back and look at this letter in case the date was here. It is not. Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. Still not entirely sure what to make of that. Waiting for... I originally set it to 10, that was too early. I set it to 11 instead, so I'm just waiting another half hour till 12. I'm sheltered from the bad effects of this, so I'm sort of tempted to take it. But I could also grab it later. The den's pretty nice in this spot. Any nice items for me other than that gem? Pawn we have. Got a queen and a pawn. I feel like today could be the day for bad spot for the chapel, bad spot for the hallway, pretty bad spot for the drawing room. I think I might spend a gem. I hate this spot for the boiler room too, so it is the spare bedroom. Yeah? I don't mind the hallway here. Let's take the hallway. Now I want it to give me a dead end back here. Give me a dead end. Storeroom, perfect. Coin, birdie, pawn, gem, key. go as far as maybe rank 4. Bit tempted to get the observatory. I think I will. Night. Excellent. Right here, rank 3. Maybe I should start writing down where I've been seeing them. Yes, I'm gonna... clear this chart on the right. And I'll start writing rooms where I've seen them. So we saw the study, we saw Queen. King we saw in the, I think it was the office. Den we saw a pawn. And also in the storeroom. Knight we saw in the observatory. Bishop I've definitely seen. Oh shit. I feel like there was a bishop in the study. Bishop I'm pretty sure I saw in the chapel, though I think I'll leave that for now. There's a few others that I think I can remember. Like I think there was a rook in the nook. Oh, were these puns? The knight is the observatory because you use the observatory at night. The queen was a study because that was HSS's mother's room. The king is the office because that was his room. The rook in the nook just because it's a rhyme. The bishop in the chapel because religion. I wonder. Let's move on. Yeah, let's look in the thing. Ooh, what is it? Is it like a money purse? Draxus, the dead. Dead and brooms are more common today. I don't like that. Is that it? Oh, it's a skull. I see. Right, 12 is the one that we didn't like very much when I looked it up. There's nothing interesting up here, was there, other than that wheel that we turned? That very, very easy puzzle. Okay, maybe I should head back out. Well, if dead ends are more common, may as well hit this. Bad spot for a chapel. Yeah, I could go break a box. Ooh, no. Break a box. Alright. I'm gonna kill this and not switch it back on. I mean, I haven't seen security anyway. I'm not gonna bother with this. Gym off. Darkroom, because it doesn't make a difference. May as well be off, just in case I have to go in for it to die. So if I switch it off now and I walked in, and then I came back out, switched it on, and went back in, maybe the light would die then. I don't know. I think I'm safest leaving it on since I have to come back anyway. Garage on. That's all. Anything for me? Nope. Yeah, behind this was just a switch, wasn't it? And that switch opened the gem cavern. Back we go. There we can look at any of these many clocks. It's past noon, so it's time to go outside. Should I pick up the coins? I feel like I should only pick up the coins if I have a good reason to do so. I'm not usually hurting that much for coins. Or am I? I don't think so. I can check the email again in case I have a clue about the date. Nice. It's a red letter. Is that anything? I think it's just a mechanism, but it seems a little better modeled than it needs to be. So I can't help but think this is maybe something. I don't know. I'm just gonna draw roughly what it looks like next to my shelter notes. In safe, the mechanism looks like circle. And we've got a tab there, got a tab there, tab there, tab there, and then an inner circle. And on the outside is these linies. And then in the middle there's a dark circle. It's also dark on the outside. On the inside, or on the outside. Alright, yeah, I don't think that that's important, but why can't I get that? Was that a gem? Did I pick up a gem? Did I just pick up a gem and then completely blank? I think I might have done. 7. So letter number 7. Letter 7. Dear Uncle. So this is my mother? Oh no, the disappearance of my cousin Mary. So maybe another cousin? I mean, obviously another cousin. Another of his nieces or nephews? Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavourably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference that you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harboured for these past years, suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumours of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I'm aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behaviour has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologise for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. I'll read on and I'll come back to it. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances. A conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront. And I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the ruby crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible. And the fact that 2 of the crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive, safe, and finally free. Have all of the gems that I pick up been other colours until the safes? Have I then been picking up red gems? Are the 2 rubies that have now been surfaced the ones that I just picked up? I know that doesn't make much sense with the letters, but this might be, game magic logic. I don't know. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and But I, Simon, want the sky to be red. I don't want to look up at the sky when it's not red. And now we're talking of a land with strangling crimson curtains draped across the sky. Perhaps I'm reading too much into it. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Courtney. So, from Courtney, one of Mary's cousins. She says there are strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky. Draped across our sky. Alright, and so what is she saying overall? Suspicious that don't know which is better to have on screen at the moment. We're going this way. Suspicious that that HSS has had something to do with Mary's disappearance 4 years before the letter. Could never prove it. Circulating rumours of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy. I've heard a phrase like that. I'm not sure if it's exactly that one. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy. I guess it makes sense. Someone screws you over one time, you're going to be wary about them in future. I'm aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behaviour has had on the social standing of our family. I'd not apologise for my actions, though I am now willing to admit the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Is now less certain. A confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances. A conversation, so recently talked to a mutual acquaintance. Now believes HSS I need to get out before 3 PM, but I think I'm fine. Oh no, I don't. I'm already at that safe. That's what my time limit was there. Now believes HSS responsible for smuggling Mary over the red water to the southern seafront in September, 7 months after reported missing. And I know when she was reported missing because I have that in my archive notes. Last seen 3:45, the Friday before 1987-02-22. So 1987 September. 1987 September. So coinciding with theft of Ruby Crown. I believe this scenario entirely. So she says here that if the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, like if the Blackwater insurgents were responsible, then she believes this scenario, the scenario that that Herbert helped smuggle her across the border, is entirely plausible. So, am I understanding this right? That she is suggesting that Mary and Herbert were something to do with Blackwater, or are Blackwater? Or why is she saying that Mary disappearing over the Mary being smuggled over the border, that the date of that coincides with the theft of the Ruby Crown, if the Blackwater insurgents were responsible for the heist? I find that a little bit strange, or a little bit difficult to understand. Why is she saying that if Blackwater is responsible, then she believes that Herbert was involved? Responsible, indeed. So I think she's drawing a connection to Herbert Sinclair and Blackwater. Says that if Blackwater insurgents responsible for heist, HSS is involvement, responsibility for Mary to border, entirely plausible. And the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8... Okay, so she says 2 of the Crown 8 rubies have surfaced. Gives Courtney optimism that Mary is still alive, safe, finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, for hope, and for a narrative in which you, Herbert, are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Alright, thank you, Courtney. So, yeah, 2 letters now. Let's fool around with this once more. case we can get anything about the dates. Network. Swan Song. Why am I looking at email when there is no email here? It's this, wasn't it? As of November 4th. Where do they have dates written? Of 4 staff work suspended. November 7th. Message to me posted in staff announcement. They're all rooting for me. I don't think I can do this. Yep. Does this tell me any dates? No. Okay. So I was right with the date that today is November 26th. So, day 1, 26 minus 19 is 7. So date's November 7th is day 1. And that's when that message was posted to me as well. All right. All right. Am I done forever with the shelter? I guess if I pull it, I can get a gem in the future. There's a computer there, which might be useful in some situations. What was this again? Sealed the network mainframe. Now, this mainframe, is this what was his name? Denny whatever was talking about. Denny Ravan was talking about. There was stuff in the freezer about it, and it was in cold storage and shit. I don't remember what else. Do I have notes about the freezer? Freezer. Need furnace. Can only be drawn greater than or equal to 2 days after draft. Was that the freezer? I don't remember that. Wait until about 50 minutes later. Things thaw. Servers in the side room. Deep freeze has key and letter in ice but doesn't seem to thaw. Something just made a noise. So it says in the grotto off the east drive, there are servers in the surrounding walls, maybe, and it gives me an admin key. Though I haven't found anywhere to actually punch that in. So grotto off the east wall. I'm guessing that I'll only be able to unlock that from the inside, that maybe I can access from the basement. Or maybe the mines or something, I don't know. Alright, back into the house. I'm expecting to see lots of dead ends, so I don't think I will be able to get much further today. But with any luck, I'll get the chess pieces. That's my hope. I've only got 38 steps left, which is not much. Right, so I've got a north from the den, but I guess I should go east first. I've got 4 gems to use as redraws if I need them. Oh, well, there's that freezer. I guess it wouldn't be awful to start with 4 gems next time. Or it might even be 6, right? If I get an extra 2 when it starts. Have I ever seen the servants' quarters? I've never had it before, and so I think I should draw it. But that's just making this day even shorter. Yeah, drawn 1 time, unusual. Okay, a cold, empty room devoid of ornamentation and personal effects. This suspiciously humble bedroom belonged to the Baron's personal valet, Hartley Ruota. So Hartley, I've seen him mentioned before. He's the valet. And yes, I know I'm saying valet and not valet. Who had unchallenged access to even the most clandestine areas of the estate. That's interesting. Okay, +1 key for each bedroom in my house. Does it include itself? I don't know. Let's check it out. Ooh, nice. Is Laura in the bin? Okay. 2 keys. I wonder if these are always the same. Master bedroom, ladyship's chamber, guest bedroom, nursery, bunk room, and boudoir. So that's all of the main bedrooms, I guess. Pin and pine, Laura, green, Laura. Not much in here. No chess piece. Alright, where do I start with the lore? Let's start with what's in the bin. Mr. Ruota. Shit, what was his name again? Hartley Ruota. Okay, notes. What was the servants' quarters? Servants' quarters. Servant quarters. Bedroom of Hartley Ruota. Underline him. The valet. And I'm guessing that is the same as the driver, I think. Okay, so this is a letter to him. So in the bin is a letter to Hartley. Mrs. Babbage, the head housekeeper, head of staff, whatever, has told me that you will be overseeing network maintenance over the next few weeks while I will be gone. So Randolph, over the next few weeks while I will be gone, and I apologize in advance for the extra workload. I believe I will be back in Reddington by the middle of February, but even that is not a certainty. Either way, I do not anticipate there will be any major issues while I am gone, as the difficulties we were having last month with the terminal connections seems to be resolved. If there is an emergency, and you find yourself having to enter the central server site, I've set you up with a temporary admin key to allow you access to the network administrator controls. Admin key. First four letters of your last name. So this is network admin key. First four letters of your last name. RUOT. Followed by first initial. The first and fifth character should be capitalized. Right, so capital RUOT. And the first initial, which is H. And what did I have written down in my freezer notes? Freezer. Yes, I had admin key capital R EVA, and then I thought it was an L and a close bracket, or an L and a 1 and a close bracket, or something like that, but it was a capital D because it was Danny Revan. So I'm guessing that neither of those will work, and the real code for me will be, what's my name again? It'll be JONE capital P, capital S, I mean. Since I'm Simon P. Jones. Or it could be Sinclair H or something like that. So I'll write down, so maybe real key is Jones, or Sync H, or I don't know, some other name, like Mary's one or something, or some other name. Could be Babbage. Alright. And that's from Randolph. From Randolph. I don't think that's a name that I've seen before, but I could be wrong. Alright, cool. What was he ironing? Which green note? There are 12 major keys. Alright, I mean, this is a musical thing. There are 12 notes in the chromatic scale, and you could make a major key out of each of those, but I'm guessing it also means there are 12 major keys. I wonder which major keys I've seen. Okay. There are 12 major keys. And I'm going to write numbers 1 to 12, so at some point I can fill that in. It was like a secret garden key or something that I saw one time. Is the silver key a major key? Is the car key a major key? Is the basement key a major key? I'm guessing that they are. Hartley. Hartley is the valet, isn't he? I know we spoke often of this day, and I don't think there's anything I can say of the past 40 years that I haven't already attempted to tell you in numerous times in the past. Half-stated gratitude always interrupted with tactful and polite repudiations from you. I'd always known this final letter could give me the perfect opportunity to finally express myself uninterrupted by you and unfettered by social graces, but I don't feel the inclination to say aloud what has always been unsaid between us. That's kind of nice. With my passing, I release you from your post and service to the Sinclair family, and implore you to live the remainder of your years on your own terms, as scary and unfamiliar of a concept as that may be to you. Besides, I think a more junior valet would be better situated to meet the needs of young Master Simon. To that end, if you wish, you may stay on long enough to oversee the training and establishment of your successor in their post, but as soon as he or she has the lay of the land, my instructions for you to quit must be satisfied. Ignoring what I imagine your objections might be after reading this, I've decided to leave the lake house in Trinsdale to you and your family. Aww. My lawyers have all the details of the gift and will be contacting you shortly about the particulars. For the past 4 decades, you have served willingly as a subject and victim to my many whims, games, and riddles, and so rest assured, unlike my nephew, you will not be put to yet another challenge to prove yourself worthy in this matter. The house is yours without strings or stipulations. Man, I'd love to have a lake house. That would be nice. I had for a long time gleefully entertained the notion of employing Anne as the house manager of your new residence, but I knew the humour of such a prank would be entirely lost on you, so say nothing of her. The humour of such a prank would be entirely lost on you, to say nothing of her. Until we meet again, my friend, Herbert. That's actually a really nice letter. I like that. Okay, so what I'm going to write here is back where I wrote that stuff about the password. So I'd forgotten her first name. So Babba. That might be another possible admin password. All right. Okay, am I supposed to take anything from this? So he had apparently a very friendly but professional, I suppose, relationship with his valet, and thinks of him as a friend. Is releasing him. He gets a house. He doesn't have to jump through hoops to get it, and he wants him to go and live and be happy and not work for anybody anymore. But he says he'll probably moan about it, but he has to do it anyway. He'd like him to train his successor, but no more than that. The lake house in Trinsdale. So let's write that down. HSS, leaving the lake house in Trinsdale to Hartley. No strings. I had for a time gleefully entertained the notion of employing Anne as the house manager of your new residence, but I knew the humour of such a prank would be entirely lost on you, to say nothing of her. Until we meet again, my friend. That's I think it's quite a touching letter. And I think there was one more thing to read. No, there were just 3 things, and that was all 3. It's got a case. Right, what was special about this room? A key for each bedroom in the house. Okay, and this did count as one of those. I am screwed for this run through if I don't get at least one door, I suppose, but then I'm still on the edge of being screwed. I would like a I would like a T-junction pointing rightwards. Well, best I can do right now is the commissary, or I could redraw. So, if the bad thing about the red ones is cancelled for the next 3 red ones I see, what bad thing the lavatory would be cancelled? I'm kind of intrigued. I wonder if it would like give me an item where it usually wouldn't. Or it would have a secret passage out of the back. Because its normal thing is that it's just a dead end, isn't it? It's just a boring room with nothing. It counts as 2 bedrooms. If I had that earlier, I would have got 4 keys over there. I think I should take the commissary. Oh, day 20 and 21. It is day 20. I'd forgotten. Alright. So I can get things for cheaper than usual. Ah, it's not even... Well... I guess I may as well get a gem. In case I pull a 3-gem room. Could go outside and get more. Man, the metal detector has not been doing good work today. Alright, I need, give me a 3-way or a 4-way. I could get this to point me to a red room. But the fear would be that that would actually only give me a dead-end red room, because there is at least one. The courtyard, unfortunately, points in directions that I don't love. And I don't have a shovel. It might give me a shovel, but I can't count on that. I'm tempted to redraw. I could also ask for another hallway. But there's the chance that that just points forward, because I think I have a second hallway in the draft pool today. I'm going to spend the gem. That did not work out. I think I need to do it again. That's expensive. And that's my last gem gone. Alright, I should have just, yeah, I shouldn't have made that decision. Okay, what have we got for chess? It's a pawn. I guess I'll write that down. I don't know if it's always the same chess piece. I don't know. In each given room, I mean. So pawn I've seen in drawing room. Any items for me? I don't think so. Alright, let's, I don't have any gems, so I'd rather go south first. Funeral parlor can get me 1 gem. I wish I could afford that since I've never seen it. I can redraw. I think I will. I want something that gives me gems. I don't want the freezer now. I don't want that. And I don't want that. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't want to freeze my account. So I think I can't afford that. So I think my only choice is the corridor. Which I probably shouldn't enter. Let's get close in case the metal detector goes off. But yeah, I don't see anything, so I'm not going to go in. No, I don't have a... Oh no, it's game over, isn't it? Oh no, we got a redraw, we got 1 chance. And nothing points left. Nothing that I can afford. So that's game over. I can check the metal detector, I guess. Or I could get the keys and draw a couple more rooms. Is there any point? I fear not. Now what I should have done, I'm now realizing, is backtracked, gone outside, picked up the coins, gone to the commissary, bought more gems. That is what I should have done. That is what I should have done. Now, I was a little screwed over today, because I'm drawing dead ends more often because of that skull thingy, the dead whatever. So maybe today was just a write-off. It's okay. Too bad though, because I saw a queen today. Right, let's go check and drop off the old metal detector. Check. Metal detector. Yes. Alright, I no longer have it. There was no chess piece in here, was there? No. Alright, I had only 3 chess pieces, and that would be... I was thinking, like, should I brute force the rest of that puzzle? Maybe if I had 5 of 6, maybe. Yeah, alright. One last little look around, but I don't think there's anything for me. Too bad about the utility closet. I was hoping to be able to do something with it. Let's have another look at the study. Right, you. You need a date for you. I definitely tried... Okay, I know the year, don't I? Is it 93, was it? I wrote it with my notes about dates. Right, day 1 is November 7th. And... yeah, 1993. Okay, so I'm just going to bring up a calendar of 1993. Right, I can do that from my command line. Cal 1993 11, is it? No. Cal 11 1993. There we go. So I've got November 1993. The 7th was a Sunday that year. So the Thursday looks like it was going to be November 4th. And that's a day that we know. Why do we know November 4th? That popped up somewhere. That was when the staff were told to cease being in the house. Could that have been the day that he died? Did I try November 4th? What about his mother? Baroness Orave. We don't get any clues from here. No, I don't know. Thursday. Alright, I think, well, since I have steps left, let's walk outside. For some reason, just got something out of the corner of my eye made me want to go into that corner. Okay, let's go down the elevator and have a little look. Then we'll call it a day down there as well. So it still counts as the grounds as far as here. And then I lose my step when I step onto the rock. The dirt. I was thinking for a second just then. I think there are dates on here. Yeah. But I don't think that this is going to be a important enough date for any kind of safe. So I think I will not write that one down. Look there again in a moment. I think over here is just that. Right, it's this door, which I wonder if it leads to that big clock, sort of clock room. Not clock. The round room with all of the moving, presumably moving floor. Right, I don't think there's anything else here for me right now. Marshall. I wonder if the weather will change as the days go on. Would lowering the water level of the reservoir affect this? Is the water level lower than last time I was here? I think not. Let's put the pieces that I know of here. So we have a queen. I could have looked in more detail at these to make sure that I knew them, but I mean, seeing them side by side, it's obvious to me which is the queen and which is the king. But seeing that one on its own the other day got me confused because the Queen Elizabeth's crown was like that. Anyway, the queen was here. The pawn was here. A knight was 3 here. I didn't have any others, but let's just place some at random. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Oh, it doesn't like me putting it there. Oh, yes it does. Okay, so they light up when they're right. So maybe I would brute force it if I've got 5 but not 6. And I think that would be somewhat reasonable. I wonder if it's even expected. Well, let's get a nice view and call it a day there. It's definitely... I'm tempted to wander around more. I'm going to have a look in the orchard, just since I haven't been there in a long time. Maybe a little look in the gem cavern. I don't think there's anything for me in there, but I kind of forget what's in there. Right, that. I saw that somewhere else as well. That design. I think it might have been on the ground here. Oh, maybe not. Thought it might have been on the floor there. Okay, not this way, I think. Although, what was down here, or is this just a cliff? Okay, not that way. If we go to the private drive. Guess that's the East Grotto, or whatever it was called. It's my campsite. Gemstone cavern. Now, what was this again? Yeah, it was telling me that I'm going to get 2 a day, and it's telling me that there's a minecart that I need to move from the other side. which was clear to me when I got down there. That just switches something on and off. Yes, I think there's nothing else in here for me. And let's have a quick look over at the orchard. And I think this just turned one of those things on and off. Got a nice sundial. Sadly, I can't pick these. Are they always facing... Yeah, they're like sprites, they're always facing the camera. And here there was his gardening notes. April 10th, 1992 is when he started. Robert Nagula. Did I write his name down? Orchard, 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 orchard. It's probably around here. I want to see the foyer again. Oh, Hartley's room. Something I found in the dark room said that green memos in Hartley's room are always false. Oh. Hartley's room equals servants' quarters. See notes later. Servants' quarters, aka Hartley's room. Green notes in here are false, according to Darkroom. But I don't remember what the green note in there said. It was on the ironing board. What did it say? Do I have enough steps to go back and have a look? Hopefully I do. Right, well let's just found that completely by accident. So what I was actually looking for was my notes about the orchard here. Gas line. Valve in orchard. Turning it off stops the smudge pots. Should mean more gas elsewhere. Shutting off the lights. Shutting it off lights one of 4 gas flames. More gas line notes many pages onwards. Yep. Here's where I had the soil quality ground switching all viewpoint. No. Darkroom. Green, only draftable, blah blah blah. Cloister. Current statue is Orinda. The gardener wants to replace... alright, Robert Nagula, groundskeeper. I did write down his name. Okay, done with that for now. I'm just going to flick through this. Secret garden. Do not have the secret garden key. I've held that once. I wonder if barren ground means more than what it says there. Like, I wonder if that's important in some way. Like, I assumed from this that I just don't want to draw a green room on that, or there might be nothing in the dig spots. That's kind of what I expected. Oops. But it's talking, I think it talked a bit about flowers. The promise of high yields. The amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. So have I ever seen a green room that says that says out loud to me that it spreads fruit? No. Although I've never seen this last one, which I'm assuming is the secret garden. I wonder if if the secret garden says this spreads fruit throughout the house, or is that something that passively happens with all of the green rooms? Maybe when I draft a green room into a spot with rich or good soil, that in fact does spread fruit already throughout the house. I don't know. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner garth, and I'm too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I've only ever seen Rinna's depiction in the chapel. So I've seen her in the tomb as well. Alright, 15 steps. Can I make it back to the can I? Where do I want to go? Servants' quarters. Yes, I can make it back easily. I kind of wanted to end my day at the campsite. Take a burning stick. What does this do again? Oh yeah. Man, he's sleeping kind of rough, isn't he? Got some books though. Oh, that's that bird. That's the bird that there's a picture of in the storeroom. Storeroom? Yeah. What's my phone buzzing about? Oh, nice. So, greens are always false. There are not 12 major keys. Okay. False. So, there are not 12 major keys. That's all. Alright. Time to call it a day. Let's look at our stats. Am I going to play again? I know it's pretty late. Probably not. 14 rooms. Pathetic. Rank of 3. Also pathetic. 60 steps taken. Also pathetic. One item found, that was the metal detector, which I then took to the coat check. 2 new rooms, the shelter and the servants' quarters. That's not bad. I didn't even get to use the shelter's bonus. Alright. That'll be it. For me, for the day of the game, and also for the day in reality. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Hopefully I'll have time to play again tomorrow. And the time has come. Now, this was, I guess, day 20. Yeah, day 20. I've heard that there are a few people interested in watching these, so I will start to upload them to YouTube probably in the next day or two. I need to make a channel and figure out how all that works. I haven't done that before, so I guess when you're watching this, I would have already uploaded 20 of them. Yeah, as I speak these words, I haven't uploaded a single one, so yeah, I guess there's not much point telling you the plan. I guess I'll write it in the description of the first one. So I'll leave it at that. Otherwise, you'd you'd hear me talking about my plans for the first one for 19 videos ago. 19 videos too late. All right. Yeah, that's it. Bye for now.